The whispers gather, conservative minds debate the future. From tax cuts to border walls, strategies clash like a political rally. Frustration brews in the chambers. As always, meet new challenges. Dissenting voices rise up, seeking unity, but finding divides. We stand strong, we stand tall. In this party, our spirit will not fall. The path is rocky alone. We march forward with hearts full of song.
All right, and here we are, Rebel Republic. And I'm your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully. You're either with us or you're against us. We are the best political talk show in all of Worcester, in all of Massachusetts, in all of Connecticut, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Rhode Island. It doesn't matter. And with me, as always, the voice of reason himself.
Wow.
Frank Cristiano.
You did a lot of liberal strongholds.
I know, I did, but that's why we're number one.
Powerful commentary there, Steve.
And it's go time for Coach Schumann, who's been waiting for this for forever. Coach Schumann.
Hello.
Yeah, thanks. That's very enthusiastic. And our special political correspondent, he is on site.
Where is he today? Where is he?
He's in Utah.
Utah? Where in Utah?
He's investigating in Utah.
There are way too many Mormons there.
Yeah. He loves the Mormon women. So Tyler has made his way to Utah to be on the ground floor of the FBI's investigation. As we all know, Tyler Robinson was arrested Friday for the alleged murder of our friend Charlie Kirk, who was speaking at Utah Valley University.
Patsy.
And you said Patsy?
Yeah.
You think he's a patsy? Okay, I elaborate on that.
Well, finish what you were saying before we get into the.
Okay, well, so Tyler Robinson, according to his family, was raised very well in a normal Christian conservative family. He was a Mormon. According to people that knew him growing up, his neighbors, his alleged friends, said that he was a normal kid. He was very, very brilliant, smart, 4.0 GPA. He got a 34 on the ACT. Full academic scholarship to Utah State University. I believe he lasted a semester or a year and flunked out or left. And people who know him now, he's 22 years old. They said in his own family said that he became extremely radicalized towards the left, very indoctrinated in leftist ideology. And that played a big part in everything that happened. He's living with a transgender woman that they've been together. That's his partner. So
it was a woman transitioning to be a man?
No, when I said transgender woman,
it's a man. It's a man.
Transitioning to a woman.
Yeah, it's a man but they haven't had the surgery yet. So it's basically,
so he definitely
they take the hormones.
Listen,
there's some reach arounds going on.
He did some gay shit.
No, there's reach arounds going on.
So are we is Tyler now in Utah?
Yeah, he's
basically
in Utah.
He's Tyler.
He's with Cash Patel right now.
What we've done is he doesn't have to assume the first name of the killer. He has the first name of the killer, and he will be going around in a 200-mile radius looking for all transgenders in the area to interview.
I think I don't know what.
Listen, everyone I've interviewed, hey, my name's Tyler King. They do one of these. They're like, whoa.
Yeah, they do. They do, because Tyler's a scary dude. But
I'm a scary dude, and my name's Tyler.
Yeah, so now everyone named Tyler is cursed. But as we saw, his father was the one that turned him in, and Tyler Robinson allegedly went on Discord after the murder and said that the photo was his doppelganger joking around to people. And somebody commented, well, I guess I'll turn you in to get the $100,000 reward. And he said, well, only if I can split it. So his behavior was peculiar. And he allegedly also went home and burst out into tears. And I guess his family knew something was wrong and saw his picture as well. And like, again, that's what sealed his fate. And that's what I just like, I asked, my father if he would turn me in, and he said yes in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
So I just,
that's 100G. Forget about the murder.
Where's the loyalty?
That's 100G.
Where's the loyalty?
Loyalty.
See, I mean, I don't think my father me in.
I know most fathers wouldn't turn their kids. I agree. Most fathers wouldn't turn their kids in. You wouldn't turn Cutler in. See, now I put it on you.
No,
it's not as easy.
He killed someone, not self-defense,
right?
And there's a statewide manhunt for him.
Well, they don't know who he is. He covered his tracks pretty good.
Well, I'm sure at the end they're going to find out. I mean, they talked to the guy he was living with, and he spilled the beans.
But that was only after, I believe.
I think it was during. I think he spilled the beans as well.
Well, because he led the
FBI to the online posts.
Yes,
about him.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sure they're going to put two and two together and figure it out. And then,
well, he's
coming back home. He's coming back home, and he's crying back home. He's setting up the entire family for danger. I mean, you're going to be
setting him up for danger.
Yeah. Once they find out where he is, the FBI is not going to surround the house.
Well,
ATF is not going to surround the house, and maybe they storm the house.
Storm?
Of course, they want to get
storm.
You don't think so?
Yeah,
what are they going to do?
Protocol.
What are they going to do? What protocol?
They negotiate.
There's no negotiations.
There's negotiations.
Not for a killer that you know that's inside the house.
Well, I think that you wouldn't use force.
Well, they know he's inside the house. Steve, who want the FBI? They know he's in the house.
They're going to just
know they can apprehend him with little collateral damage. Of course, they're going to storm the house.
Yeah. What do you think it's going to be like? Hello. Is Tyler home?
Yeah.
Tyler home?
Yes. Would you like to speak with your son? No. So, okay. So, yeah.
You want to protect your family, too, if you're the father. I mean, I understand all
sides
of it. It's difficult. It will be gut-wrenching. But what are you going to do?
So, you would have made the call and said, I think my kid. You can't say.
I would throw my kid.
Yeah. Dave wouldn't do it. Dave's not doing it.
Dave's kids wouldn't do that, but hey.
$200,000 maybe, but not for $100,000. I mean,
well, what do you think about this? That he is raised normally, he's brilliant, goes off to college on a full scholarship, and he becomes
He left after a year. First of all, he left after a year.
Yeah, he left after a year.
There's been like 3 years since. So he's gone off to Wacko Land. Okay.
Yeah, he's become radicalized. They said.
Well, he's gone off. He's hanging out with transgenders. I mean,
well, there's nothing wrong with that.
As of the last year, they have the highest killing rate in the country.
People want to bash that, by the way.
If we're talking about the media, and I think this possibly is manipulated, but it's been reported that he was a quote-unquote training chaser.
Yes,
that's what I heard.
Yes, that's been reported, and I think it goes back to he was raised in a very harsh Christian environment. The Mormons.
And that drives you as a guy to go look for dick.
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
Did you watch the Charlie Sheen documentary?
I don't care.
Charlie Sheen,
that is ridiculous.
Charlie Sheen is a crackhead.
Well, he's been clean for 7 years.
It doesn't matter how long you've been clean for. At one point in time, he was a crackhead.
Yes, he was.
And while he was on crack, he was blowing everybody.
Well, he still does now. He likes
that convinced him. The years being on crack convinced him.
Frank. Like, the only reason we're talking about Charlie Sheen right now
is because
he was on the Joe Rogan podcast when the news broke.
Correct.
No, I watched the Netflix documentary. That's why I said it. But, I mean, I think he became somewhat vicarious because he was raised in such a tough household. He wanted to experiment. Everyone experiments.
Wait.
Everyone experiments.
Wait. His dad was a movie star. He grew up in a harsh household.
No. I'm talking about Tyler Robinson, not Charlie Sheen.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Charlie Sheen. Sorry about that.
No. Charlie Sheen was just crazy.
Tough. You want to talk about a tough household? All through my junior high and high school years, I had to go to work.
I know,
I got the bus, worked all the way through. My father, if I wasn't at work,
you were greasing.
I was belittled.
I know.
I was belittled. And that didn't push me off. Oh man, I gotta blow some guy.
Well, it makes you a little curious.
I'm curious.
Frank, is that tough? Yo, Frank,
come on.
I'm just saying.
Tough?
Stupid.
That's what they say to me.
Who's saying it? What liberal outlet is saying
the
this?
media? They say that because when you're raised in a tough
who's
environment,
saying it? CNN, MSNBC?
It doesn't even seem like
Young
a tough
Turks,
environment.
I mean,
is
that tough
Sink
household?
from the Young Turks saying, "Hey, you know what? When I was younger, they only fed me twice a day at my household. That made me kind of curious, so I went out and blew guys." Come on, it's bullshit.
Wow, it's okay. So then you tell me how it happened. Then
How what happened?
Well, he wasn't gay his whole life.
Listen,
they're training, chasing
online is probably what guided his mental process.
Yes, he
I'll throw something out there. As far as like the leftist dogma, leftist agenda, they kind of push this idea that you're not gay if you are with a transgender woman because that's really a woman.
Oh, well, no, not if they haven't had the surgery. I mean, they just have a penis and take estrogen. I mean, that's all.
Well, they still say you're not gay. Like,
yeah, I know.
It's a woman. You're not gay.
It's just being normalized. Look at anybody see the interview with Jim Norton and who's the young kid who's a podcaster over there, a comedian. He's funnier than hell. I can't remember his name. Damn name now. So he had Jim Norton on, the comedian Jim Norton. I don't know if everybody knows him. I'm in the comedy world.
Yes,
I know Jim Norton.
I did not know this until I saw the interview just recently. But Jim Norton is married to a transgender.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they had surgery.
What? No. Oh no! Transgenders packing an elephant trunk.
Oh,
according to Jim.
Well, that's
Jim showed pictures to. What's the kid's name that does the podcast?
Oh yeah, Jim Norton. Yeah.
That's.
I was thinking. Like that's been a thing for years though.
Right,
like,
and I never knew that. He always made jokes about transgender.
Jim Norton just likes transgenders. Just his thing. Okay.
Nikki Norton from Norway is his wife. They married in 2023.
Yeah. And Nikki, if you're looking at it and you don't know off the bat, I would say she's a good-looking girl. But
well, they get she is actually pretty good looking.
Yeah, so there's not it's normalized in society.
Although she's 3 feet tall,
she is 3 feet tall.
Well,
it's normalized in society.
But how do you know his penis?
Frank, I would say
he showed him a picture.
No, Frank, I would say it's normalized in society. Jim Norton's a bit of an extreme case. That's like been his shtick for years that he likes that shit. It's a part of his comedy act. I would say it normalizes it though.
But I think it's coming though. I think it's here
what
now.
does that have to do with him taking out Charlie Kirk? Just because he didn't like transgenders?
Trying to normalize it, but I would say it's normalized.
Yeah, but I don't understand what that has to do with committing a heinous assassination because he likes transgenders, and Charlie Kirk does not.
And
so you're
correct. And Charlie,
why don't you just go?
Charlie Kirk was the largest mouthpiece.
All right. If the other Tyler was influenced by bigger powers, they would definitely use that to leverage him.
So you Tyler said that this Tyler Robinson
I didn't say anything.
Patsy. I'm just curious.
I do think he's a patsy. I do
so
think
you
he's
think
a patsy.
the order came down from somebody else?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
I just can't believe this is the only part of the story.
Adam Carolla?
No, it's a younger dude.
No, I just can't say who I think influenced them.
No, my thing is this. The only thing I can't believe about the whole story, Dave, maybe you can back me up on this. 22-year-old kid. I don't know if he's a hunter or not. I don't know how good video games are as far as replicating long distance shooting.
Well, he worked with those guns as a kid, I think, or something. Or
he did. All right, so maybe he did work in the Olympics. I mean, you're taking a 200-yard shot. There's snipers that can't make that shot sometimes.
I weeded through a bunch of videos.
Hey, excuse me, Frank. A little more detail here. A 200-yard downhill shot between two buildings.
Okay, so I'm going to dispute it because what you're saying has brought the difficulty level with that gun. So there was a guy who
it was a rifle.
There was a guy who was an I can't remember if it was a Navy SEAL or I can't remember now, but it was an ex-sniper, and he said that that particular gun, if you were shooting for a head, like if your aiming point was a headshot and hitting the neck is kind of like 200 yards away is really kind of a miss.
You're wrong.
That's a gun that's easy to shoot. Easy to shoot. You line it up. You look through the sights. It's easy to shoot, and it's a makeable shot. So for a person who has utilized it before, yes.
Oh, okay.
Because he was saying everybody online is trying to make it into this thing where it's like, how's this guy gonna make this shot? Blah blah blah, like the JFK stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And he said this is a makeable shot for a guy who knows his way around guns. He does not have to be a sniper. It's a high-powered rifle that shoot straight, shoot through the sights, and it will go straight. It's a flat shot. So the fact that
Dave, it wasn't a flat shot. It's a downhill shot.
Oh, it's downhill. Right. No,
he's shooting in a direction. A flat shot meaning in the direction he shoots it, the bullet goes. It doesn't descend or drop.
Right. But the FBI Deputy Director, Dan Bongino?
Dan Bongino.
Yeah, he's the one who agrees with you. He believes...
He agrees with me because he has good information.
Yes. Yeah, he said that weapon, like you said, is easier to take that shot with. It's not as challenging to shoot it downhill. And people who aren't experts could do that. That's exactly what he said.
I don't know.
He said
that's crazy.
When you watch the video, he has the gun in his backpack on him, and they had a significant portion of forensic evidence which busted the case wide open. And the gun used, he said, is used a lot in targeted violence cases, assassinations, school shootings. So he said it's a weapon that's frequently used.
I'll give you kind of an example. Like, you know, when you go away to places and they have like an archery thing and they're like, okay, like this is the beginner. And then they go move you back. Like people could, and people who have zero ability to shoot anything goes and shoots from farther away and they miss all over the place. I went in, the guy told me how to shoot it. Okay, I had done archery a lot as a kid. We used to do it in the day camp I was in. Okay, I hadn't shot in 20 years. I would pull it back. Go to the next one. Pull it back, right around the bullseye.
Well, you're a natural athlete, so that's...
No, but it's not even athleticism. There's some people that maybe have I'm not saying I did with a gun. I'm just saying I've shot guns before, but I'm not saying with just some people have a kind of a decent knack. Now, if he was shooting a gun from that distance away, he wouldn't come close. But something that was it's if you have a grenade, or you have a bazooka,
No, I get it. But
I'm astounded by it. I find it fascinating.
But
Just one person.
It is fascinating. It is fascinating.
I mean,
to support what Dave's saying, I just want to step in here to support what Dave's saying. Like, I haven't shot one in about 2 or 3 years, but I was very familiar with it in my youth because my grandmother had a ranch in Oklahoma. And we would, like, I go out there every summer, I'd shoot a lot.
Oh my
Like,
God.
oh, yeah, 100%.
You in Oklahoma.
Maybe you were doing some
Brokeback Mountain.
I haven't shot in 2 or 3 years, but I feel like just my familiarity would give me a advantage or a inclination to be able to make a shot. Like right now, like right here in Utah, I'm looking down a couple of alleys. I could shoot a straight shot into the next parking lot and hit a target. Not easily, but I'm pretty confident I can do that.
The other thing I would like to know, to go to maybe Frank's point a little bit, is I would like to know, was he at somewhere shooting in practicing? You know, so I
was actually thinking the exact same thing. Like,
I would like to. I mean, yeah.
Like, has he been go to the range for a couple weeks? Like, that's what
with that gun, you know,
yeah.
and so, like, you know, I know Tyler's watched. So, like, from the people who were, because I watched a lot of this stuff on both the current realities of it, and then I watched all these wild conspiracy theories too. So, from crazy conspiracies like what Tyler probably would say, that it was the Mossad, to the deep state of there are people that are accusing the left trying to accuse the deep state of Trump. Okay,
well, they are.
Wait. We're really gonna act like Mossad?
No, you were going to accuse Mossad. You were going to say that Mossad gave the order.
I mean,
Tyler Robinson. Yeah, I'm sure they had communication.
Well, that's what the left would want. The left would want that, sure. That's what the left would want to say.
I'm sure Israel just picked.
But then they could Tyler Robinson around Palestine again.
The left.
I'm just saying it could be a thing. Like, it's not out of the wrong possibility.
Okay,
no, I was going to say the left could not come out fast enough with the videos that said, "Oh, he's a Republican,
not MAGA,
great, MAGA,
yeah, exactly.
Conservative, Christian family," and then all of a sudden, 3 hours later,
he's living with
he's gay. He's living with his transgender partner.
He's living with a tranny.
Right. I mean, come on. And you know what's so fine? I don't care if you lose a tranny, but you're trying to frame stuff before you know what's even out there. And
that's what the left does. That is what the left
I think that's what all the TikTokers do, and then the people who are anti-Zionist do, and I think the people who are anti-this do, and the guys who
the media,
guys who are living in their basement, who have hats on that have little strange lights on it, and they said a UFO did it. But the reality is, we have to get all the information from because he's not talking very much right now.
The FBI is going to release.
Right, we have to get all the information. They've got to go down that rabbit hole. Okay, what the left wants to do, at least on the left side, not all the conspiracy stuff, but the left side, the left is trying to get out in front to try to say it's Trump's trying to paint him as XYZ, so it looks like it's the left. Well, we know it's like at the low end of it all, we know this guy loved transgenders.
Well, no, his own family.
Angry at Charlie Kirk.
The killer definitely falls into a leftist ideology.
Yeah, they said he became
and his parents have said this, that he was blaming Charlie Kirk for things. So you have his parents who are quote unquote conservative, who probably don't even want to discuss this kind of stuff because it's their kid, but they've heard him say these kind of things. So it's lined up. And my issue with the whole conspiracy things is, now we don't know everything until all the information comes out. But
The arrest warrant. Let's be really frank.
the bottom line is, like, are people getting to the parents as well as the transgender, as well as the killer, as well as like there's a whole lot of people
beyond
have to be in the whole line.
beyond all the creepy deep sea shit that is probably within his parents' universe. Of course, every
Well, they want to
single
see if they had any
media
accountants.
outlet is trying to get to the parents.
The media outlets, the media outlets and social media just in general are like gas stations.
What gas?
They're like gas stations. Yes.
What?
We are the vehicle.
But like unleaded, or
we are the vehicles, and we run out of gas, and we have to stop at the gas station, right?
so that we go to social media.
And so, in other words, we've run out of information to process, and the media fills our tank back up with a whole bunch of bullshit. They're the gas station of information,
But
and it's
all
not
opinion half the time.
it's leaded gasoline. It hasn't been processed. It's all garbage. 90% of the stuff you hear is garbage. All you got to do is look at each post that may come up on your feed, on whatever you have, and just analyze it for a minute or two. Is this for real? I mean, can somebody actually be putting this shit in a feed?
A lot of people got fired because of the crap they posted.
Oh, they're getting fired because of the anti.
It was
and I don't know. And I don't know if the doxing thing. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. I'm really not, because it's happened to Republicans too. Where liberals will come out and start posting who didn't make the wedding cake for the two gay guys, and all of a sudden here's the bakery, and the boycott these people.
Yeah, and they get all bad Google
and
reviews.
it's right, bad Google reviews.
No, they do.
I'm not a fan of that
Frank,
at all.
Frank,
Everyone deserves their
good
opinion.
point.
Yeah, what's that, Tyler?
I said very good point.
Well, thanks, man. So I'm not a fan of it, but I mean, but if you're out there and you're dancing up and down in the streets and you're eating a cake because somebody got killed, and you're an educator at a school, and then you push the boundaries.
Well, yeah, there was a professor at Harvard that got fired.
Yeah, you're teaching. So in other words, your viewpoints are death is cool as long as it's people that I don't agree with, right? Families can go screw themselves that lose a person from death, from murder, especially, right? From assassination. I mean,
like Frank, you have a point, but they were celebrating a brutal assassination.
Yeah,
that was ridiculous. The biggest thing. There's videos of leftists everywhere celebrating the brutal assassination of a family man.
Dave, let me ask you this, because there's been a lot of questions and disputes over if they should seek the death penalty, and they have 60 days notice to give about doing so. Utah has had 2 death penalties in the last 30 years. It was something ridiculous. There currently sits, I think, 4 people on death row, and they've been on death row for decades. Do you think that it's realistic to go after the death penalty and it's going to make a difference? And Utah is also one of the only states that allows firing squads for that.
The government wants the death penalty.
No, I know they do, but I'm saying, the reality of trying to get it in Utah, it may be challenging because
it won't be.
Yeah, but only
won't be.
Tyler, only 2 people have been executed in the past 30 years.
Were they federal cases that were this publicized?
But it's appeals. I mean, it takes decades to go through the system. It's not going to happen overnight.
No. Those were not murders on this magnitude that will get to the front of the line.
So you think that he'll just get convicted and they'll fry him and he'll be dead within 5 years?
Within 5 years, yes.
Okay, that's not reality. Dave, what do you think about this?
Within 5 years?
Well, what happens is in the appeal system.
Steve, it's realistic. They could put him to death within a year and a half.
Okay. Tyler, Dave, what do you think about that? seeking the death penalty.
From are they going to seek the death penalty? I think they will. Is that what you're asking me?
I do too. Do you
How
think it's the right way to
How
go?
long will it
Yes, Dave,
happen?
that is what he was
It's like
asking.
guys are sometimes waiting 20 years to.
That's what I'm
to
saying. Yeah. In Utah, right now.
I think this would be, there's I'm not super familiar with how appeals work on the death penalty
It
situation.
takes forever. You got a million appeals.
You would probably know better than me. I'm not really like familiar with that, but I
just read about.
I think they're going to seek the death penalty. I think they're going to get the death penalty, and I think that I think Tyler is right that they probably will try to expedite it if possible. But I don't know how long that I don't know what expediting means. That could be, I mean, with appeals, I don't know how long can you appeal for? How
Well,
there's people on death row.
How long does it take them to execute Timothy McVeigh? Like a year and a half, right?
No, McVeigh was executed in 2001, I believe. He was arrested in 95. But yeah, it wasn't as long. I'm double checking.
The trial, yeah, exactly. The trial started in 97, I think, maybe 98.
Yeah, he was executed in 2001. Yeah. He was arrested in
2001, correct. I'm looking it up. Yeah.
So that was.
But that was in a different state. Oh, you have to remember that was still
like four and a half years.
Yeah, no, you're right. It happened fast.
If the government wants to make a point and the state wants to make a point, you get this over as fast as possible. You do it in a firing. You bring the firing squad out. You have it sponsored by Walmart, and you put it on live television, and you have them blast them to death. And then you say, "Hey, next guy's up. Who wants to take another pot shot at somebody? Please do." That's all. That's the only way for me.
I don't see that happening.
I know I don't see it happening either, but that's the way it should be.
Right.
That's the way it should be. Sometimes corporal punishment does work, and especially when it's in the visibility of the public. I mean, bottom line, think of you took someone who maybe didn't kill but maimed someone, so you tie him to a chair and you beat him with a bat.
Right.
5 minutes, 3 minutes, until he passes out. Next time someone maims someone like that, this is what you're going to get. It's going to work. It works.
I think that's what they do in a lot of these actual fascist
Cambodia,
countries.
Vietnam. You go over there, they cane you. They cane you, Dave. If you steal a pack of gum at the store, they cane you.
But now,
Dave, I don't think that would be good for our method of government either. But I get your point. Like you have to make sure that Trump probably would want to get it done before he leaves office.
He wants to get it done before he buys TikTok.
Well, Dave, this is my question: are people just becoming?
I'll tell you this: the TikTok is crazy. TikTok is. Obviously my feed is conservative. Probably
it is crazy, but all these people got fired for TikToks.
No, I know. It's they're getting themselves fired. They're launching wild theories. Yeah. Okay. They're showing high levels of insensitivity to a widowing mother and wife. Yeah, a widow, and who has young children. Who, by the way, we haven't talked about it. Whose speech was unbelievable. Whose was really, really like. I mean, talk about somebody who's going to go to the top with her, not just her beliefs, but just because she's a genuine, a genuine, caring person. And every woman can relate to who's married with children, can relate to her situation, right? Can relate to her losing her husband and having to now take care of the kids herself without any help, right? Okay, I'm sure she has family and all that kind of stuff, but I'm saying, like, in theory, right? So people on both sides, women especially, what was really important, and she didn't do it for these reasons, but what was really important about her speaking and just kind of talking from her heart about the situation was on both sides of the aisle, no matter who you are, the way America is, she's now gone from a person who had a nuclear family, husband she loved, kids, to single mother, okay, with 2 kids. People who have nuclear families and broken families can both relate on the female side to her situation and identify with, and that's one of the biggest outpourings. They signed up 3,200 new chapters for Turning Point since her speech. 3,200. That's incredible. It's incredible the empathy people have had for her situation and for her husband. So it's not just about only. It started out about him, but it's become a big thing. Yeah.
If I can, Dave, this is the point to be made too. People are up in arms that, well, how dare he bring him to the lay in state, and the president's going to be there at the funeral, and they're going to give him the medal, and why not the House of Representative member in Minnesota who lost her life with her? It's tragic. It's a stupidity.
Very upset about that.
They're very upset about it. But right now they're celebrating Charlie Kirk's life in New Zealand, Australia, England, South Korea.
Well,
they're having
not as much English.
Oh, they are. What? Excuse me?
He tried to get Turning Point going.
No.
Doesn't matter.
Steve,
when they were marching, there were 3 million people in the streets
right now.
There were 3 million people in the streets in England just this past weekend
Really?
for England and anti-immigration under Tony Robinson's call.
I read something.
Yeah.
And there were pictures, flags, American flags.
The people
all
of
celebrating
Ireland
Charlie Kirk
and the UK, bro, they're solidly behind Charlie right now.
Ireland, 100%. Like
Ireland.
they've been looking. The Irish have been looking for something to rally around, be above just Conor McGregor. You know what I'm saying? Like, needed something else.
Right, but I'm just saying that I read that he tried to get Turning Point started in England, and it did not go over well. That's why.
Because
there'll be a lot of turning points now in England.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he said inflammatory remarks. Okay.
No.
He did.
Charlie never really said
you gotta stop
anything that inflammatory. They framed and edited some of the things he said.
Well, they took things out of context.
Yes. That is correct.
Yes, they did.
But he said, listen, we're all doing this for.
Oh, this just came out.
We're here.
This came out 10 minutes ago. I got to read this. Just came in.
Steve called gay.
Tyler Robinson allegedly wrote in a text that he had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and would do it, saying, quote unquote, some hatred cannot be negotiated with, according to FBI Director Kash Patel.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
He's innocent. He's innocent.
No,
I'm his attorney. He's innocent.
I'm not saying that he's innocent. Dave, I wanted to ask you this. There were 2 assassination attempts on Trump. There's an assassination of Charlie Kirk. We are becoming apparently very bold at going after people and then talking about it on Discord and other online places.
Any more bold than Booth shooting Lincoln from behind and then jumping down on stage?
That was in the 1800s. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't think boldness. This is one. I think security is better. If you have the ability to have security, it's better.
True.
Okay, which is a deterrent. I do not think the boldness in America has ever changed for opposition. As much as I'd like to believe that, like, we've evolved to handle certain things the right way, I don't. And I think Frank might be in agreement on this. I don't think there's very much that can't light fuses to create civil wars, or if it's not civil war in the way where we're going around and fighting house to house, civil wars online. I mean, civil wars.
Yeah.
ideology-wise, which create these kind of situations.
Social media posts right now from the Christian right all have men in crusading body armor with swords and shields taking on the good fight of the Lord. We're back to the 12th century.
Yeah.
And you know,
Frank, that is so fucking valid.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen. The problem is the problem is not everyone has the mental ability to handle these images and
I
words.
agree.
And so the less educated or the overly educated absorb this information and turn it into violence because they feel that's the only way they can either make a point, settle a dispute, or prove that they are right.
They are correct.
That's right. So
let's go to the people. There's other like diseases out there, meaning people who have been shaped as by, we were all athletes, right? But there were people in your school that were smart kids, that were bullied, that were treated unfairly, that were I'm not talking about race marginalized. I mean marginalized as people because they weren't popular. And and there's no excuse for any of this stuff, but it does create some of these people to find a home somewhere. And there are some people that like Frank says, do not have the capability or the social awareness or the ability to decipher the exact things with right or wrong, but their anger and their emotions get the best of them, and they want to do something about it. No one's going to push me around anymore. That's what starts to happen to these people.
Everybody in this country has turned into being marginalized, except who?
Correct.
Except who? Who can you name that is not marginalized? White males specifically.
White males specifically, not women. No, you're right. White males specifically.
White males specifically are the ones that we're not racist and misogynist. We're not. No, we're not. That's what I'm saying. We're not marginalized.
We're not marginal. Right.
We don't have any problems. We wake up. Everything's hunky dory.
Yeah.
I woke up
successful.
I woke up today.
You won $1 million.
It was.
You had a great day at work.
I clapped my hands. My servants came. They drew a bat. I didn't have to go into work today or pay my bills, my taxes. My health coverage insurance wasn't due. My mortgage wasn't due. I mean, did you know that I won Powerball?
I'm sure you did.
I won Powerball.
$1.6 billion. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I won. And I was in a seedy part of town the other night. I felt totally comfortable and safe.
You got a blowjob too.
Yeah, of course. By someone in Utah.
And I think I think that's one of the crazy. Frank brings up these people are feeling, instead of realizing that everybody feels bad about something. Okay, at some point, it's just that what's happened is we've created a society because social media has exacerbated this problem where you could go to a home and cry, for example, if I'm mad at something that my wife's doing, I could go type it into YouTube and I could get 7,000 videos answering why she's acting the way she's acting. And I can feel really bad about myself and be like, oh my God, she's so mean to me. You can do this about anything, right? And so that's part of the issue that's out there. And people whose minds are not, it's not even that they have weak minds, that they allow this information to dictate their actions. It creates a huge issue. And it's just listen, and anybody could be privy to it if you don't protect your own mind. You have to protect your own mind. You could go down a rabbit hole, and if you didn't like the way someone treated you today that was of a different race, you could type in and find every answer as to why they act that way. Okay? And that's the problem, that some people who have an inability to handle things and feel like they're always a victim, they start to take actions in this other arena that causes a problem. And all you need, listen, that's why I say, has it changed that much? How is John Wilkes Booth any different than this person?
Yeah, but that was in the 1800s.
He felt like his way of life was being taken away from him.
Because he supported the South. But I'm saying
and
that
he was
in
an
the
artist.
1800s.
An artist so emotional.
The only difference. The only
And
difference was
Lincoln was a fan.
the only difference was the distance. That's all. That's it.
Yeah, but that's my
Right.
that's
No,
my
but this
point.
is right. It didn't need to be a great shot.
It's just, I just got right behind it.
There hasn't been an assassination attempt on a president or any political figure since what? Since Reagan?
Since like 3 months ago, when Trump, they tried to take out Trump
I'm saying
twice.
Yeah.
besides that. I'm saying
Besides that,
before that, like when was
Ronald Reagan.
That's my
Ronald
point.
Yeah.
So
It wasn't
that's
that long
40
ago.
years. It was 1980. It was 40 years ago. That's what I'm saying. Why are people
Yeah.
becoming more bold now?
Yeah, but sure they are. Sure they are. It's
That's
easier
a
now.
very valid point by Steve.
Absolutely,
Right.
Steve.
Now.
Great
Because
point.
Very valid point.
I think it's harder now because you have a digital footprint. He bragged on social
Wait.
media.
You know what, Steve? Maybe there was a honeymoon period when security became more intense for presidents and stuff after JFK, other than
Oh yeah,
when Reagan was shot, right?
Yeah.
There was a honeymoon period where assassins or people who wanted to take somebody out didn't feel the opportunity was still the juice wasn't worth the squeeze for a long time, and now
But it is now
they
for the-
feel it is. Which before that,
The
right?
biggest thing now,
can you
social
stop interrupting
media.
people, Tyler?
social media makes it worth the squeeze.
Okay, yeah, that does. Go
I
ahead.
think.
Well, Tyler's point is right in the sense that they become a hero in their little sector of people.
Yeah,
Oh, I
exactly.
know. They're cool.
The guy who took out the United Healthcare CEO.
Right.
I mean, like I mean, people were cheering him. It was the most absurd thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Cheering
Oh,
an
I agree.
assassin.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. People on the left are doing here.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
I do think so. I do think so.
No humanity.
That right now, no, you're saying why is this more prevalent now?
Yeah, I'm just surprised.
I think that people are disgusted. They value their life less. They don't care. They've lost.
I agree with that.
They've lost hope.
They live in fantasy.
They've lost
world.
right. They live in fantasy world. They realize
They're
that
online.
it's too hard to work a full-time job. And I got this education. I'm in soil biology. I've been there 8 years, and now I can't get a job. And now what do I do now? So they feel helpless. So for them,
Well, they feel
if they kill someone and they go to jail or they get the death penalty, they don't care because basically their life as it is right now is meaningless.
Anytime a market gets saturated, there is problems. So, for example, okay, Frank's point on college education, it is saturated. There are only so many jobs out there in that capacity. I mean, how many marketing jobs do we need? And AI is going to get rid of that pretty soon.
And
Okay,
people are
so
expecting a job.
how many people are going to major in marketing and get a freaking job? Okay. I always point to this too in youth athletics. When Tyler, you, Frank, me played sports, not everybody played sports. Okay, there were kids that went and became mechanics in high school because their fathers were like, "Hey, man, you're an okay athlete, but you know what? You could start as a mechanic right now. And by the time you graduate high school, you could be making $60,000-$70,000 a year right out the bag." Right?
Absolutely.
And David Sherman over here, he's a better football player than you. He's got a chance to maybe go to college, and maybe that's his path. Now everybody plays youth sports. Every damn parent wants their kid to be
Because they think they're all going to get NIL money and
the same thing. It's all once it gets saturated, people start to lose hope because they realize, yes, there's only so many people that can play in college. There's only so many college degrees that are worth its weight. Its weight in money. I mean, you know, let's take a doctor or a few professions.
Going to college, yeah, absolutely. Unless you're going for a high-end reason to a high-end school, it's a waste. Because
listen,
everyone's got a college degree.
developer. Why go to college? Just go to a 2-year school and become a programmer.
Yeah.
Like, why go to college? I don't even know why. You want to go to college, you're going there because you want to party and you want to hang out, which, believe me, I enjoyed it too, okay? But I'm just saying,
I agree with you.
Now, these kids are going as much for the quote unquote fun 4 to 6 to 10 years. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, why do you think these college football players don't want to leave?
Keep going. Yeah.
You were giving me $50,000 and I'm in my 8th year of college playing football. You're damn right I'm going to be Van Wilder. I mean, come on.
You talked about this before.
Are you kidding me? I'd still be Van Wilder.
I'd still be there right now if they were going to give me $50,000 to play.
You talked about this, and we had an electrical problem at our house, and we were trying to get an electrician. It is absolutely impossible.
Good luck.
It's impossible. There's no electrician.
Good luck. Good luck.
And you said that about trade schools.
Yeah. Lab technicians.
We have no electricians in the area.
I went into my doctor's 3 weeks ago, right? So they got to do a ultrasound down there. They scheduled it for December 5th.
Yeah, that's when the first.
I go, you don't have anything earlier? She goes, no, right now we're actually scheduling out to January.
Yeah.
We only have 2 techs, and they're working full time. They're seeing everything. That's insane.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Because you know why? Nobody wants those jobs. They're not.
No, well, they think they're better than that.
No, they want to listen.
People think they're better than that.
No, they pay well for jobs. They pay well.
Right. They see what they see on social media. Again, we go back to social media. They want a 9-to-5 job. They want a company. They want a company car. They want a company car. They want a company cell phone, internet paid for. They want the 401k. Okay, they want to have 3-4 weeks of a year vacation. Yeah. They want to be able to dress nice. They want to have a corporate credit card so they can go have lunch and dinner on the company. Right? And they got to get credit card. So that's what they see. That's what the glamour side of it. They don't see the guy digging the ditches. Well, he's making the money, but
people don't want it.
There's no sweat equity anymore. No one wants to work hard for anything. I deal in this life every day.
Well, I know.
Every day I wake up, I'm looking for help because nobody wants to work.
Nobody wants to work.
You know how many times I've been ghosted in interviews?
That's great. I know. Because you said they have to.
They sit down. I'm like,
it's a quota.
I'm like, yeah, you can work. She goes, yeah, I'm dying for the job. Yeah. You're hired. Show up Monday. It was Saturday. They come in on Monday. They don't show up.
Yeah.
Then they go to the unemployment office. They click their unemployment check
they
again.
said that I interviewed. Yeah.
Listen, I try to pay. I go on Craigslist to try and get people to video freaking games for an hour and get $100. I can't tell you how many guys they do one job, they never show up again. They do. Yeah. I'm like, dude, I have work for you every week, 2-3 games every week. You do nothing but hold the camera and film. Yeah, I can't make it. I gotta go. What do you have to do? You have nothing to fucking do.
They have to smoke marijuana. The worst thing I think that happened in this country. Oh, it is. It's the worst thing that happened in this country is legalizing marijuana. Absolutely.
I agree. I agree with Frank.
Absolutely.
It's not that I have nothing against people smoking marijuana. I could care less.
Right.
Once you make that a legalized thing, and you make it easy to get, man.
Who's making a fortune off of it?
The government.
Yeah, the government.
We don't get any of that.
Well,
we don't get any of it.
Open a dispensary.
Like the lottery, it's gambling, it's alcohol. It's all of it. Listen, the government wants you addicted.
All I know is that we've become lazy. Okay, we've become uninterested in trying. We
have no ambition.
And that to me, marijuana use leads to that. It leads to it.
So people who smoke pot have no ambition.
No ambition. Not a lot less. No ambition. You know what their ambition is? To smoke their next bowl.
Well, I mean, they enjoy it. It calms them down.
Yeah, calms them down from what?
Well, they have a lot of anxiety.
What anxiety? Over what? They got to go to work?
Life. Yeah.
Life. Did you just wake up in the morning and got anxiety?
Yeah.
Come to my house. I'll take care of your anxiety right away. I'll have you stand 6 feet away from the wall, and I will jam your freaking head into the wall. That'll get rid of the anxiety. You may have a headache, but your anxiety will be gone. Jesus.
Now, you mentioned Bill Maher. Now, is he traditionally
Bill Maher, not Maher.
Is he traditionally conservative?
He's a liberal. Bill Maher is always and will be a liberal, but he's more.
But he's
centralized.
No, Bill Maher is a very common sense liberal.
He's central, right? He has centralized himself. He was not very.
He was very angry about the people who were celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk.
And you know why though? But you know why though? Good. Because he interviewed Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, he said he was very great on his show.
He interviewed very nice. So now when you do an interview with someone, you have a little bit of an affiliation to him, and you realize the guy's not a scumbag. He's just giving his. He's an emotional Christian conservative who was putting out his views and defending them quite well, actually, with facts.
That's the point.
And is a good debater. So Bill Maher had a tie to him, and now the guy's got whacked because some nut job feels that it's better off to get him killed because he's just spewing let's stop with this too, Dave. Stop calling people Nazis.
Well,
Stop calling people Nazis.
Who calls someone a Nazi?
Everybody. As soon as you do something wrong and you're white, you're a Nazi.
Oh, well,
I wake up every morning. I'm a Nazi. I'm reborn. Every morning I'm reborn. I'm a Nazi.
You're the boss.
I know I'm the boss. Hey, can you take that mop bucket and clean up that floor? You're a Nazi.
Everyone hates.
You know what the sad part about that is? And there's not that many people that are alive anymore that were in the Holocaust that are in America. There's not that many anymore. I mean, they'd be like in their 90. So very very few. But the point is, so you have very few people that even kind of try to articulate it, and if they can, they're incredibly old, so people aren't really. It's not this. People don't realize. I mean, this generation especially, they have no understanding at all. They don't even understand 9/11. Okay,
no,
they don't even understand 9/11. How are you going to expect them to understand the severity of what the Nazis did? How can you expect? They don't. It's like telling
extermination.
You know what it's like doing? It's like telling. It might as well be a guy from I don't know, Syria saying, I escaped the Egyptians from slavery. Like, nobody understands what that is.
No. Dave, my wife yesterday showed me a picture online, and it was one of the poor souls from 9/11 jumping. From the building.
I remember that.
Whatever it was. So here's the
People
choice.
Jumping together.
Here's the choice that they had.
Get burned alive.
I'm going to burn alive, or I'm going to jump to my death.
Yeah.
Instead of like the average kid that wakes up in the morning, should I have cornflakes, or do I go get my Starbucks, or maybe I'll just sit in bed and smoke a bowl? That's it. That's it. That's the difference.
So we're blaming.
They have no reality. We have no more reality.
Right.
Everybody's AI, or everybody's like what's that anime?
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Well, he was a furry too.
He is a furry.
Tyler Robinson was a furry.
A furry. Beat his ass. Put him on national television right now. Stone him.
Dave, let me ask you this: why don't you think that Tyler Robinson? Stone him. Why don't you think Tyler Robinson? He was a smart dude. He is a smart dude. Why didn't he just go debate Charlie Kirk instead of shooting him? That's what I want.
I think he did.
No. Oh yeah.
Wasn't he the guy with the bullhorn? It wasn't him, right?
Yeah, they did.
No, it wasn't him. That was a different person. They thought it was him.
That was his doppelganger.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my question. Why wouldn't someone smart like him go try to debate him instead of assassinate him?
Because he doesn't feel like he can win. He can't win in those situations.
Okay. He's a narcissist. I figured he'd think he could win.
I don't know that he's a narcissist. What I think he is a sociopath.
He's radicalized in a sociopath.
Became a sociopath. I don't know if he always was a sociopath.
No.
But he became a sociopath. I mean, you know what, though? When they interview the parents, look, it's natural for parents to do this. Most parents would. It's going to take time for them to get information out of the parents how he really was. Eventually, you're going to find out who he was growing up and how he really was behind closed doors. Sometimes people in front of people are different than how they are behind closed doors.
Of course, yeah.
Okay,
that's why you guys don't think I blow.
They're going to keep interviewing the family. What's that? That's what?
That's why you guys all think I blow people just behind closed doors.
That's all it is. How's he supposed, Dave, how is that Tyler Robinson supposed to debate Charlie? Hi, Charlie. Tyler from Utah. I'm a conservative Christian, and I'm blowing a transgender. You got any advice for me? Will Jesus forgive me?
Yeah.
Debate him. Yeah, and we got a lot of comments wondering where the sucking chuck is.
they like that. How the sucking
chuck? Yeah, they're like, where's
they thought it was the real place, Frank.
They did.
Where's this place?
Where's this place in Worcester?
It's a sandwich shop by day, and at 11 p.m. at night, it turns into the sucking chuck. People believe anything.
Yes.
People do believe anything. That's the thing. Like,
you could open a sucking chuck now in Worcester if you wanted. Make a fortune. Go ahead, Dave.
What I was going to say is that, like, it's I think when they start to really find out from the parents, and then maybe this woman, man, whatever he is, that
trans woman,
yeah, and they start to uncover the details of how he really thought about things. Maybe there's a lot more. Maybe he was a sociopath. Maybe he was already.
Well, the trans woman gave up his messages and everything that showed his anger and hatred.
Well, obviously, they said you could go to jail for life, or you could give us all this information immediately. And,
she spilled.
She said, "Yes, whatever you need."
The transgender, like, I'm going back straight. Forget about the female shit. I'm going back straight.
Listen,
back on.
They spilled like a water.
Hey, I want to ask Tyler a question. Tyler, did you know that President Trump right now is putting together a plan? I think he already did through the government. They've eliminated the T and the Q in LGBTQ.
What's Q meaning? Oh,
transgender queer.
Okay.
So they've eliminated because the LGB is kept now in all government mentions, but the T and the Q are going to be eliminated. This is what I heard. So, and the reason, the reason is
it's redundant.
Lesbian, bi, gay. Is that what it is?
Those are
queer.
Those are actual sexual
preferences.
Sexual preferences. Whereas the T and the Q are how you feel, identity. So they're getting rid of they're getting rid of the T and the Q.
Queer isn't queer, lesbian, and gay anyway?
No, queer is it could be anything. It's a spectrum.
It's spectrum.
Steve, it's a spectrum. Yes, it's like spectrum. It's like cable. We have Spectrum up here in Central New York. All you have to do is plug in, and you can do whatever you like.
To the suck and chuck. Yeah, the suck and chucking was.
Oh man.
So
no, Dave, Frank, you just illustrated it very well. They're just kind of putting into the nonsense.
Well, Tyler, I wanted to ask you again because we talked about this on Friday. The trans in MMA was apparently a big deal. How did that get? How did that get
3-4
started?
years ago,
How did that get started? How did that not get caught by anyone?
It was a transgender female that went 2-0 in women's MMA.
And they didn't know. They had no idea that it was a trans female.
She did disclose her first couple of fights. Then it became a big deal. And she was on a larger regional promotion that was doing a tournament.
But they test your levels.
They didn't question her until she asked for a choke strap.
Steve, this was 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that
I remember it was a big deal. I remember the whole thing. I remember when it all went down.
No, like
testosterone and estrogen
before the fight. No, before the fight. I don't think so.
Tyler, you would get tested before
3 or 4 years ago. No.
Yes, you did. I the one I went to in 2018.
That was for marijuana and cocaine.
They may have to give a pre-fight urine sample. That's not it, though.
Oh, okay. So how did they end up getting caught?
What's that?
How did they get caught? That they were trans?
Because they came out after.
They did.
The belt wouldn't fit around her because the bulge.
Did you go look it up right now? Steve, go look it up right now. It was a transgender fighter by the name of Fallon Fox.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Joe Rogan had a big problem with the whole thing. I remember that.
Well, a lot.
Yeah, you can't imagine that.
A lot of people did.
Long story short, is a transgender male that was fighting at 145 that entered a tournament that got a little bit of publicity and just turned the whole thing. The tournament never happened, and it kind of went away.
So I just want to ask, we'll go around, Frank, where do you think we go from here? Do we learn anything from this?
We go to Valhalla.
In the suck and chuck, right?
No.
No, but I mean,
It was Cash
is
Patel.
a country.
Yeah.
Does this bring us together?
I
finally?
don't see this bringing us together.
You really don't.
Yeah, I don't unless the media does their part. But you can see by all the left and right wing media outlets right now, they're all covering. They're blowing it up. They're coming in different angles. They're still promoting.
Well, did you hear Nancy Pelosi?
No. What did she say now?
Oh my God! On the radio, I was listening. My dad had Fox on.
What stocks did she recommend?
No, she was talking about this on the way up, and she's saying that the left shouldn't be blamed for this. You know, he was a mental case, and it's not our responsibility. She got slammed for this.
I understand this, but it's mental case after
but
mental
it's
case
the left
after mental
ideology.
case.
Yeah.
And listen, the school shootings, I got you, man. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I feel we need mental health checks.
Well, we don't
for
have enough mental health.
we need mental health checks for any kind of firearm purchase. We need gun shows regulated a little bit better right now because there's so many backdoor deals on purchasing weapons that we can't trace. There are certain things that need to be done to tighten up the restrictions on gun purchase and gun ownership. I agree with that in a way.
Yeah.
We should still be able to buy what we want to buy. We should still be able to use what we want to use, but there needs to be some better checks, much better checks. But bottom line, if they can't see, if the media and the politicians and the average person on the street can't see the pattern of violence and where it's coming from on the ideological side, then they're you might as well just put a bullet in them. Let them go to sleep.
No, I agree.
You know what's funny? Until all of the transgender stuff got added to the L whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think you ever had a problem with the transgender.
Never had a problem. You didn't want it. The LGBs didn't want the T's and the Q's, as Dave Chappelle would say, but they didn't want them because it made no sense to the gay population. They don't understand it. They accept it because it got lumped in. And they're like, okay, come on in. We welcome you. But bottom line, that segment of the population does not understand the trans and queer community.
And I think it created a large amount of awareness on the trans community and placed undue pressure on their community to think that they have to be something. I think, I'm not saying people weren't mean to people, and I'm not again, but I do think the light. What such a tiny segment of the population, the population is garnering an enormous amount of mind share in Americans. It's an infinitesimal amount of people that they're trying to now, educational system is trying to propagate it into a bigger part of the system by teaching about it. It is such a small segment of the whole entire country, minuscule, that has become a monumental problem because you don't put people who already have difficulty dealing with certain things within their own selves into the limelight. You don't put them into the limelight and create extra pressure on their own situations. Okay, and everyone thinks, you're making beauty to it. You know what? The transgender that I see at Staples working behind the front, giving my, checking my when I buy, I say thank you. I get my stuff. I move on. I don't bother with him or whatever it is. If I don't bother the person, if no one ever brought any of this thing to light, do you think people might walk away from that and go, oh, that person's a little different? They wouldn't be saying, oh no, it's a transgender person. Do I have to be worried about him? Do I not have to be worried about him? They brought this whole thing to the forefront, the left. They created the problem, the left. They created the problem. We got to have bathrooms. They can go in this bathroom and they can go in that bathroom, and they need to play sports, and they need.
I agree.
How many people are there?
You're right. It's such a small segment of the population that's being catered to
A couple million.
because of their identity, because it's the United States and you can be a giraffe if you want.
2.8 million people.
Yeah, it's just, and we have a population of 1 billion something, right? Or not
No.
1 billion. That's the world population.
It's like 400 million.
Yeah,
America.
But again, it's just out. I thought this would be something that brought our country together. And you think it'll divide us further apart?
Do I think that what the assassination?
Yeah.
I think it will. I think the people that are on the middle to the right will become to take more action than before. All of these things just to have people on the middle and the right get more and more disgusted with the system. Okay, disgusted with what's going on. And then it has all the people that are on the left, they look at this as some sort of justification of something, and they get more and more saying, "We told you we're right. Look at the people on the right." And it's two groups that are going to take more and more action. It's going to be continued escalation. Okay. Now Trump has the ability to de-escalate and to take actions that could stop some of these things. I think he will. But the biggest issue is, hey, listen, Erika Kirk said it. We're going to grow stronger, not weaker from this.
I agree.
So all that means is that, hey, if you're someone that identifies with what Charlie Kirk is talking about, what Erika Kirk is saying, they're going to go and go even double down more and be much stronger. And I think they do, by the way, need to be more vocal. I think more people need to do what we're doing on the conservative side, even if you're towards the middle, because the people, listen, if I was in the middle, if I was a person that was in the middle, I would be disgusted. If I was a person that was in the middle, I don't want this to be the world that I'm living in. If I was a person in the middle, meaning like I could go either way, I'm independent or what. People who are conservative are going to take more action. The middle of the road people have to start to say, hey, you know what? Like people who are, I don't know, socially liberal, fiscally conservative.
What the F?
Yeah.
Tyler,
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with Dave. Like, it's going to make a segment stronger, but you don't think that this will bring us more together as a country? You think it's just going to still be a divide?
It'll bring one side together.
Right. So not the entire country. It's still going to be a divide. People are still going to have their radicalized views and see this Tyler Robinson as a hero in some cases.
Listen, the government, okay, and I'm not saying this is any kind of conspiracy of the government per se, but the way the government is structured with Republicans and Democrats, okay, with people who are conservative, people who are on the left. When you got people like Elizabeth Warren, who are at the helm on the left, she's leading the crazies, okay, and she's a crazy herself, and you have that as the pushing part of it. But guys like Schumer's lost all power, okay, and no one trusts him anymore. All right.
Well, he's 90.
Because he flops all over the place. He's back and forth on things. He's for this. He's against that. You know, he's weak. Pelosi's older. Okay, so she's getting pushed to the curb. Listen, or Cortez does, who's probably one of the bigger people on the left. She don't know what to do with all this. She don't know what to do. Okay.
No, I know.
She wants to push the Democratic Socialist agenda.
That's what I wanted to ask you.
And if the Democratic Socialist agenda includes assassination attempts, she doesn't know how to handle all this. She's not equipped to handle this. Bernie's not equipped to handle this. Mr. Tree Hugger. He's not a.
No.
He's not equipped
No
to
one-
handle
No,
no one-
restorative
no-
justice.
No one on the Democratic side wants the mantle to take the mantle on this because it encompasses too many things. There are too many issues that you have to inherit to be able to take some kind of lead in the Democratic Party as far as maybe running for whatever you want to run for down the road. But the spectrum again, I'll go back to the spectrum is so wide on what every liberal or Democrat or even a middle of the road Democrat want. The basket's too big. You can't handle it because you're going to get chewed apart. You're going to get picked. If you support this, someone's going to come after you. If you support this, someone's going to come after you. Your own party is going to come after you.
How are you going to support Sharia law and then support transgenders?
That's what I'm saying.
It's in the same party.
No, I know.
It's impossible.
That's why I wanted to ask Frank. Did you see Kathy Hochul's tweet supporting the Mamdani in New York?
And she has to.
That's insane.
She has to because she knows that he's going to win. She has
You
to.
really think he's going to win?
I don't. Listen, I think personally, if there's some come to a reality check, Cuomo will win. But that means that Adams has to drop out. That means that Silva has to drop out, and Cuomo needs to be the only force there. So, and I don't think that's going to happen. So, with those two extra guys in there, they're all going to draw from each other.
Yep.
He's going to take all the left side votes. But I want this to happen.
You do.
I want this to happen
Because it's going to show the insanity.
I want to see
you
this
want
work.
to see New York City.
I want to see this work.
You want to see if it worked.
I want to see.
grocery
I
stores
want to see the sirens coming on the crash unit NYPDs, and out come the
the
council.
social workers.
Social workers. I want to see the government-run grocery stores with the
well,
shelves stocked to the gills,
Yeah.
and people working, and the prices being absolutely dirt cheap.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, free.
I want to see a freeze on rents. That's going to go over real well with all the landlords.
Yeah,
Like, hey,
yeah.
my taxes are going up because, hey, the wealthy are going to pay more in tax, right? So the taxes are going to go up. The property taxes are going to go up. Your income tax is going to go up. Everything's going to go up, but we're going to tell you can't have any more money on what you're renting out. I want to see that. I want to see that side. I want to see how the Jews are going to react in New York City. Okay?
I'd like to see that too. I'm
How the
curious.
Jews are going to react in New York City when all of a sudden Mamdani is going to retract some of the verbiage that has been replaced on right after the Holocaust, as far as support of Israelis and Jews after the Holocaust. That wording is looking to be replaced.
And you won't have
Mamdani takes that away.
you won't have any Christians living in New York City.
No, absolutely not. What's that, Tyler?
No. You won't have any.
Frank, you told me not to bring that up.
What?
You told me not to bring that up.
No, what's he not supposed to bring up?
I don't know. Something about Jews, maybe.
The Jewish people
Yeah.
in New York City.
You
Yeah,
told
I
me
know. And,
not to bring that up.
well,
All I want to know is
Tyler thinks Israel's behind everything.
all I want to know is this. We have a track record. We have a track record right now. The track record on the track record on,
You told me not to bring that up.
No, I'd
That
love
was
to hear
good.
your theory. What is your theory,
That was
Tyler?
good. And then you whip it out.
What did he
God.
say?
His theory is that Epstein is Mossad.
I heard that other places too.
Whatever released. I can
Dave,
tell you his theory. I've seen it on TikTok.
Dave, you're reaching, and SP probably was on. But whatever.
I did hear that.
how did they if he was Mossad, how did they let him die?
Well, we had to take him out.
Tyler Robinson works for the Mossad,
Yeah.
and his gun was loaned to them by the Mossad.
Mossad. My thing is this. We have a track record with Muslim leadership in foreign countries as far as mayoral positions, as far as MPs, members of parliament, and as far as in governing organizations in England, in Ireland, in France, in Italy, in Germany. We have track records of this, and it is not going well. It is not going well for the naturalized citizens, the people that were born in that country and who have been there since the start of those countries, since the start of time. It is not going well. Okay, so now I want to see that brought over here. I want to see what's happening. How right now we have a small sample, and that's in the state of Minnesota. The great state of Minnesota has a large Somali population, and I think it's Minneapolis, St. Paul, and they have a sort of a large Muslim representation. And I want to see how that's going. And that's a small sample. If Mamdani comes in there, he's going to smile, hug babies, kiss people, right? And then he's going to start implementing rules, regulations, laws, verbiage that will downplay Jews and upswing Muslims. And I don't care about the religion. The problem is I want to see this religion of peace here.
No, I agree. Unfortunately,
Jeez, Frank.
So Tyler, I mean, I'm just going to give you the last word here. I mean, you're on the ground in Utah, and you're obviously talking to people and kind of getting the vibe in, Salt Lake City and certain places around there. What are people saying? I mean, do they have a lot of sympathy, or are they blown away by this, or do they feel?
No, they're all just really bad at Israel.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah.
They're saying telling you Brigham Young was a Jew.
Okay. John Smith was a Jew, huh?
Okay. They're bad at Israel.
Utah, they're mad at Israel. Okay, well, that's a great answer. That's a great answer. Love that.
That's usually the default. That's usually the default answer.
Okay, well, that's.
Oh my God, they shot Charlie Kirk. The Jews did it.
Yeah. So I have.
You said, not me.
I have to get over to the Suck and Chuck soon. So we gotta wrap it up here. Dave, any last words on this whole incident and where we go from here?
I think that it's important that the people on the right continue to get together and stand up for the values of America. That's the bottom line.
No,
and to fight back against these idiotic leftist false value systems that they have that are designed to create chaos in our communities. Period.
Tyler, I'll give you the last word besides Israel.
No, I think that was well said by Dave. And as far as Israel goes, I think Israel is pulling some of the strings as far as this incident and
where is
the
it coming from?
I told you that was.
Israel pulling the strings? Really? That's what you got? You think Israel seriously was behind this?
I don't think they were involved.
Israelis are on Discord telling Tyler Robinson what to do?
Maybe it's their bots.
What?
Their AI bot.
On Discord?
Hi, Tyler. I am from Mossad. I am not a bot. I am real.
If you say so.
I take back what I said about Nazis before.
No, I'm just shocked that he thinks that.
Listen,
I'm being kind of funny there. I think there are larger forces.
You think there's a bigger plan than this one guy, this Tyler Robinson? That's what you're trying to say.
What's that?
You think that this is bigger than Tyler Robinson just doing this on his own? You think there's other people behind?
I think that's very obvious.
It's obvious? They haven't found anything else. I mean,
you tell me.
Is Cash Patel on it? Cash Patel, Trump.
So larger power or larger
So
force.
Trump bends the knee to Israel? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying on record? That Trump bends the knee? Are you saying that Trump bends the knee to Israel?
No, saying I can hear you.
I said, are you saying that Trump bends the knee to Israel? Because that's what you would be saying if you're saying that Israel is behind it.
Listen,
Trump would have to have knowledge of it.
But I have said that before.
I know you have.
So that means that you're anti-Trump.
I'm not anti-Trump.
Then what are you?
You just think Trump blows Israel?
Trump is our best option right now.
But you still think that Israel controls everything?
Who would be a better option post-Trump?
Oh, it's DeSantis by far. That's okay.
Benjamin Netanyahu.
Are you eating corn, Tyler?
We'll see who comes out.
Are you eating corn on the
The
cob?
GD Vance.
Are you eating corn on the cob?
Possibly.
You're eating corn on the cob in Israel, in Utah?
In Israel.
In Utah.
Why would I?
You're eating corn on the cob in Israel? He's in Utah. He's eating corn on the cob. You can't eat corn on the cob.
They have street corn in Tel Aviv.
Why are you
I'm
eating
not
corn on the
I'm
cob?
not in Israel. I'm in Utah.
What purpose are you eating your corn on the cob? I'm disgusted by this. You can't eat corn on the cob on Rebel Republic.
A good leader would be Golda Meir.
My God.
What?
Stay off of TikTok, Tyler.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
You stopped at too many media gas stations.
I just want you to know that you get the same feed that I have, that they're all feeding the same thing. I have everything that you are spouting. I have seen the videos of the
I know.
exact things that you are spouting.
I know. All right. Well,
What I want to say is what I hate about it is you're right. The country is divided. We'll come back together. I think we have accepted all people in this country as humans.
well, yeah.
I think what our problem is we're having a hard time accepting designations. It's very difficult.
Designation.
Yes. In other words, if I call myself a transgender
or giraffe.
Right, giraffe. If I call myself that, it's very difficult for a normal person to look at that and say, okay, you're whatever you want to be.
Sure.
I
accept you.
There's a lot of things that I want to be, and I just can't. So I have to go on and live in the body that I have, in the state of mind that I have. And I feel for the people that think that they're different. I whatever it may be. It must be torture.
Well, yeah,
to live in what you think is not a correct body or correct personality or sex or whatever. But bottom line, at some point, we have to face reality. And that's what I hope happens. I mean, I accept it. I don't care.
You're a white male, so
right. I know. I'm not marginalized.
The bigger point is, Frank, on this. The bigger point on this is the bigger point. When you jam PC culture down people's throats and not realize, yes, we are different, and that's okay, and I don't give a shit what you live like, and you don't give a shit what I live like, and I can make jokes if I want to. It's not the end of the world. You said it last time, Frank. It used to be sticks and stones can break my bones.
That's right.
Names will never hurt me. We've now allowed that to affect our livelihood, okay? I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying people should say nasty things to people. They shouldn't. I'm saying we should not allow that to affect how we act every single day and affect how we think about other people, okay? There are good white people, there are bad white people. There are good black people, there are bad black people. Every single nationality, there are probably nice transgender people and bad transgender people. Okay? But the bottom line is, when we take everything so personally and someone says something that's a little bit off, a little bit like either nasty or negative or stereotypical, it immediately becomes, you're this, you're that, you're a racist, you're a bad person. Everybody has good things about them. Everything has bad things about them. We're all, the average decent person is trying to just get along, okay? And when there is actual evil, we have to be able to point it out. Because if we think everything is evil, then nothing's evil.
Right.
That's the problem.
And the social media wants us to support the person that has 100% totally correct views on everything. And that ain't the point. There's no one out there that I agree with 100% of the time.
No,
whether it be the president, Charlie Kirk, Nancy Pelosi, whoever.
Whether you have a view, or Tyler has a view, or Steve has a view, whether any of us have a view that we agree with or disagree with, it's our own view. I don't indict any person because they think about things differently. Even if I think their viewpoint is crazy, I do not think about them any differently. When I do think about somebody differently, is if they take action against me, meaning you want to fight me, you want to shoot me, you want to harm me in some way.
In danger, yeah.
You want to put me in danger. That's when I think differently about you. If you have a viewpoint that I disagree with, even if it's quote unquote something with an IST, might even be viewed as an IST at the end of it, I'm really that's your viewpoint.
Don't care.
Don't care.
I agree.
It's your viewpoint. We're not getting crazy over it.
No, there's a limit. Like Frank said,
They're all very willing to get crazy over it at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, no, they lose their minds because they're overly sensitive. There's just too much sensitivity. And
Overly sensitive.
Now, Frank, I just want you to know that one of the comments, I created reels from our show on Thursday.
Nice.
And one of the top reels was you talking about the cheetah racing a horse, the transgender thing.
Yeah.
And people disagreed with you saying that the cheetah would die out running the mile and the horse would win. Just so you know, people say you were wrong.
I gave no distance on what the horse and the cheetah would be running.
Oh, well,
but bottom line, out of the gate, the cheetah would smoke the horse.
People argued about
now, and what I want to do is just to put it out there for the people. I know we talked about the Chuck and Sock over in Worcester the other night, but for the people in East Worcester, if you can bear out for another 3 or 4 hours, Steve will be making his way down to East Worcester. At the Reach Around Lounge. The Reach Around Lounge is a place that Steve frequents, and he loves.
It's Kelly Square in Worcester.
In Kelly Square, he'll be making an appearance there at the Reach Around Lounge. I highly recommend you go there.
Then there's a lot of glory holes.
The glory holes are larger at the Reach Around Lounge, and the appetizers I heard are really good. There's a 2-for-1 app special. Once you get done with the glory hole section.
It's vacant. Yeah.
Which stall is yours again?
I like the second one.
You like second stall number 2?
Yeah.
The Reach Around Lounge in
Kelly Square
in
Kelly
Worcester,
Square.
Please make an appearance. Steve will be there in about 3.5.
Yeah,
4 hours.
No, probably an hour.
An hour.
It's
he'll be transporting
downtown Worcester. It's downtown Worcester renovation project.
I got you. I like it.
That's right by Polar Park.
It's a new renovation project.
Yeah, that's where they put it in Kelly Square.
Really?
And what's there? Oh,
wow.
God.
Right next to the drinking fountains, I'm sure.
No,
right?
Polar Park.
The segregated drinking fountains?
Polar Park's where the Woo Sox play.
Oh, where the Woo Sox play.
So that's where it's located down Kelly Square.
That makes total sense.
Yeah, it's brand new. It's renovated. They renovated it. It's not, it's much nicer than the Suck and Chuck.
I wish it best of luck.
The Suck and Chuck on Main Street in a rough location.
It is in a little rougher location.
This is much nicer.
That's why they call it Chuck.
Well, there's no
once you suck, you got to Chuck.
There's no really nice location.
No.
I apologize. Okay, so for the voice of reason and Coach Schumann and Tyler, he's down in Utah. He's doing a lot of work.
Tyler, first name sounds very suspicious in Utah right now.
Tyler King. He is on the ground floor. He's interviewing. He talked with Cash Patel. He got some intel for us. It's great stuff. Tyler just has great working relationships with the FBI, the CIA, the DOJ, the ATF. I think he's got contacts everywhere. We just wish him the best, and just stay safe in Mormon country. And this is Rebel Republic.
Dave, we'll see you.
You're either with us, you're against us. And remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges